Okay, let me see. I hope it's not on Twitch. It might be on Twitch. Fuck. Let me check. Now am I streaming on YouTube? Yeah, I am. Okay. I'm live on YouTube. Alright, check the channel. I'm good.
Yeah.
Set up your F16 for air-to-air combat. First ensure master arm is on. It should already be in the correct position. Then press the AA button on the UFC to put the Viper. When you do so, note that the right MFD should change to the Stores Management or SMS page. Use the right MFD OSB 7 to switch between the 4 A9 mic that are wing mounted and the 2 A9 Lima that are wing tip mounted.
Oh yeah.
Both nomenclatures use AIM-9 LM. Given the engagement's plan, it might be better to use the A9 Limas against the initial non-maneuvering targets, but the choice is yours. When ready to continue, press the space bar.
It's probably miscellaneous stuff.
Now, look at the left MFD. First, we will keep the radar in range while scanned for this training. You are now ready to be in a rear hemisphere A9 engagement. You will need to accomplish the following steps fairly quickly, so take a minute to review them. 1. Find and lock the target on the radar. 2. Accelerate and fly towards the target. 3. Uncage. A9 seeker. 4. Monitor range to the target using the radar, MFD, and HUD. 5. When in range and the missile is locked, sidewinder growl in your headset, shoot the A9. When ready to continue, press the spacebar. Note that the dynamic launch zone, DLZ, on the right side of the HUD and radar is fairly small. This is because both you and the target are traveling in the same direction, producing a low laser. However, notice the IR seeker's growl, indicating that it can Fox 2.
Fox 2.
2.
Oopsies.
Fox 2. Fox 2.
Fox 2. This guy's moves farther than I thought he was.
Come on, where's this darn key? Have it now or something?
Fox 2. Good job. Before you begin the next engagement, set the radar range to 40 nautical miles using the left MFD
It's an ash
OSP 20.
pile.
Also, take a look at the AIM-9s remaining using the SMS on the right MFD. When ready to continue, press the space bar. Get ready to begin a forward hemisphere AIM-9 engagement. Again, we need to accomplish the following steps fairly quickly, so review them now. 1. Find and lock the target on the radar. 2. Fly towards the target. 3. Uncage the AIM-9 sinker. 4. Monitor range to the target using the radar MFD and HUD. 5. When in range and the missile is locked, sidewinder growl in your headset, shoot the AIM-9. Note, a higher closure rate in a forward hemisphere nose-on-nose engagement means that things will happen much faster. Be ready for it. Likewise, the IR secret will take longer to detect the heat of the target. The DLZ on the HUD and radar display will be much bigger as the closure rate is much higher. When ready to continue, press the space bar.
Oh, finally. Oh! Yeah. Drop some stuff. I'm always killing them.
Altitude. Altitude.
Bust item.
Fox 2. Winchester, AIM-9 Sidewinders.
restart this mission. I fucked up. I messed her all up. So I'm learning the 16. I got the 18 too. The 18's a naval aircraft.
Welcome to the F16, A9, Sidewinder
Stop
training
at
mission.
DCS. Damn.
You are at 12,000 feet MSL, 30 nautical miles southwest of your home base, Tusia Air Base. To set up your F-16 when you do so, note that the right MFD should change to the Stores Management SMS page. Use the right MFD OSB 7 to switch between the 4 A9 Mike that are wing mounted and the 2 A9 Lima that are wing tip mounted. Both nomenclatures use AIM-9 LM. Given the engagement's planned, it might be better to use the A9 Limas against the initial non-maneuvering targets, but the choice is yours. Now, look at the left MFD. First, we will keep the radar and range while scan for this training. Finally, use the left MFB OS. You are now ready to be in a rear hemisphere A9 engagement. You will need to accomplish the following steps fairly quickly, so take a minute to review them. 1. Find and lock the target on the radar. 2. Accelerate and fly towards the target. 3. Uncage the AIM-9 seeker. 4. Monitor range to the target using the radar, MFD, and HUD. 5. When in range and the missile is locked, Sidewinder growl in your headset, shoot the AIM-9. When ready to continue, press the space bar. Note that the Dynamic Launch Zone, DLZ, on the right side of the HUD and radar is fairly small. This is because both you and the target are traveling in the same direction, producing a low closure rate. However, notice the IR seeker's growl, indicating that it can readily detect the target's hot engine exhaust. Regardless of the missile's iron lock, it is best to close to inside the maximum range versus the moving target bracket on the DLZ. Fox 2. Target. Good job. Before you begin the next engagement, set the radar range to 40 nautical miles using the left MFD OSB 20. Also, take a look at the AIM-9's remaining using the SMS on the right MFD. When ready to continue, press the space bar. Get ready to begin a forward hemisphere A9 engagement. Again, you will need to accomplish the following steps fairly quickly, so review them now. 1. Find and lock the target on the radar. 2. Fly towards the target. 3. Uncage the AIM-9 seeker. 4. Monitor range to the target using the radar MFD and HUD. 5. When in range and the missile is locked, Sidewinder growl in your headset, shoot the AIM-9. Note, a higher closure rate in a forward hemisphere nose-on-nose engagement means that things will happen much faster. Be ready for it. Likewise, the IR secret will take longer to detect the heat of the target. The DLZ on the HUD and radar display will be much bigger as the closure rate is much higher. When ready to continue, press the space bar.
So you're playing, what are you playing again, Fallout? Or Skyrim?
Skyrim. Radar?
Fox 2.
Fox 2.
Try that again.
Splash 117.
Good kill.
Try this again.
Very good. Now take a moment to inspect the cockpit settings. We set the radar to an adequate search range, at least 40 nautical miles, on the left NFB. You should also step to the next steer point using the DED rocker switch on the UFC. The next target will be circled near steer point 2. Again, use the right MFD SMS page to check the number of sidewinders remaining. When ready to continue, press the space bar. This time you must decide on the type of engagement, forward hemisphere or rear hemisphere, you will attempt. The target aircraft will continue to circle until you attack it with a missile. Once you shoot, the target will attempt to evade the missile and decoy your flares. It will also try to defend itself. However, its air-to-air missiles are older, rear aspect only weapons. Good luck. When ready to continue, press the space bar.
Okay, I'm on route to a couple targets right now. Mach 1.2. Right? Watch stream real quick.
Yeah, I have to go backwards.
So backwards.
What?
To go backwards.
Yeah.
To go backwards. Like in Skyrim.
Yeah. I finished the dungeon, I just gotta...
Box 2.
Box 2.
Come on, Mike, don't let me down. And splash from me 21.
Good hit. Good hit. Well done. You have successfully engaged all the targets and completed AIM-9 training in the F-16. You may end the training now or continue to fly. A few extra air targets will be found near the spearport training. Box 2.
Just flaring, but I don't think it's gonna oh, it's gonna be there as fuck. Box 2.
Box 2.
Fuck it, divert flares.
Box 2.
Miss.
Winchester, AIM-9 Sidewinders.
Winchester shit. We all get to see tonight.
Bingo. Bingo.
Bingo field too.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude. Bingo. Bingo.
I'm out of fuel.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
I'm gonna try to
Pull up.
make an emergency
Pull
landing.
up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Yeah, we get back. Do it real quick.
Okay, make an emergency landing in this field down here. If you want to see it, I'm doing it right now on stream. Oh shit. Oh god. Well, I landed. I didn't blow up. That's all I can say. I did not blow up. I'm proud of myself. Who y'all get to see tonight?
Welcome to the F16C AIM-120 AMRAAM training mission. You are at 24,000 feet in Marseille. Overhead, your home airfield, Kitasi Air Base. The first steps will be to set up your aircraft for air-to-air combat. When ready to continue, press. To set up your F-16 for air-to-air combat, first ensure master arm on. It should already be in the correct position. When you do so, note that the right MFD will change to the Stores Management page showing AIM-120 missiles are selected. Using the right MFD, OSB 7, you can switch between the 4 wing-mounted AIM-120Bs or the 2 wingtip-mounted AIM-120Cs. When ready to continue, on the left MFD, increase the radar search range to 80 nautical miles. When you do so, you should see a target about the middle of the display. It is the first air target. You can lock it up now or wait till on pause. The first 2 engagements will follow the same pattern. 1. Lock the target. 2. Close the range until at least inside the maximum flyout range. 3. Put the target designation box inside the allowable steering air circle. And 4. Fire the missile. Ready to continue, press the space bar.
Hey everyone, Wags here from Eagle Dynamics, and in this DCS F16C Viper video, we'll be taking a look at the basic operation of the air-to-air radar. This includes the range while search mode, the situational awareness mode, and single-track target mode. We'll also be taking a look at the AIM-120 AMRAAM air-to-air missile. Let's get started. First, I'm going to place aircraft into pitch hold so to maintain its current altitude. And I'll place the master mode into air-to-air. And when I did that here on the SMS page, we see that we have 6 AIM-120B active guided radar missiles. Going to the left side, we see we have the FCR page up, or Fire Control Radar, and a SOI indicated by the white box around the perimeter. At the very top, we have CRM, or Combined Radar Modes, which allows us to select from different search modes for the radar. But we can press USB, we can actually also select different Air Combat Maneuvering Modes, or ACM. We'll keep it at CRM for now. Now, one of the search modes is called RWS, or Range While Search, and that's in a format of top to bottom being in range, and side to side being in azimuth. Next to that, we have our expand mode option, and then an override, which basically puts in a standby, and then control functions. Now, coming to the very left side, we have the ability to adjust the display range of the SCR. Right now it's at 40 miles, but we can OSB up to 160 or OSB down all the way to 5. We'll go to 80 for now. Below that, we have our azimuth setting, or the left and right sweep of the radar. Right now it's an azimuth of 60 degrees. We can change that to a 30 degree or even a 10 degree. We'll keep it at 60 for now. So at 60 it's basically going 30 to the right and then 30 to the left. And we also see the T mark here indicating the azimuth sweep of that radar within a scale. And finally below that, we have our bar setting of 4 bars, 1 bar, and 2 bar. And for each bar, it allows you more elevation within a raster scan pattern. Obviously, the more rasters you have, it's going to be a slower update, but the more volume you're going to be searching. Now, one thing you do is using the TDC, the 2 bars here, by moving to the very top, you can increase the display range, or move it to the very bottom, you can decrease it. Also, you can move it to the side to adjust the azimuth between 60 and 30. Now, speaking of the cursor, above and below the right side, we have 2 numbers. The top number is the top elevation being searched in the cone of the radar, and the bottom number is the lower elevation within the cone of the radar. Because it's a cone, the numbers are going to be closer together the closer the cursor is to you, and wider as the code expands out. We also have a wedding cake, which indicates the steer point, and we have a blue horizon line. Now, in order to designate a target, all we're going to do is we're going to place the cursor over one of the contacts, one of these squares, and we'll go up on the TMS switch, or TMS switch, on the control stick. And we did that. We've entered a situational awareness mode, or SAM mode. We have some additional data now. We have its aspect angle, its magnetic heading, its speed, and its closure rate now. And also we have its altitude and a stem indicating its travel direction. So we're getting a lot more information about this contact now, but it's also searching the immediate area around it, indicated by these 2 blue lines. You can see there's another contact within that general area. Now if we go TMS forward one more time, we've entered single track target mode, or STT, where the radar is solely focusing on that one target, and we're getting a lot more updates on it. So let's come back up to the HUD now. And we can see a target designation box of the line of sight to that target we have locked up in STT. The larger circle here is your allowable steering error circle, and the smaller one to the left is our steering cue. And in order to get a good valid shot, we want to make sure the steering cue is inside the ASC as possible.
These things are going to be fun to deal with.
On the right side, we have our DLZ, or dynamic launch zone, and we have our display range here at the top, which is 80, and our current closure, 970, which is also the range of the target. The top of the staple here is our RMAX 1 range. Below that is our no escape range. The little circle here is the range at which the missile will go active, and at the very bottom it's our minimum engagement range. And below all that, we have either an A, which is the time for the missile to go active, or a T for the time to intercept. Then also around the perimeter of the ASC, we have a small caret that indicates the aspect direction of that target flying. So right now we can see it's flying almost right towards us, a little bit of right to left. And based on the DLZ, you can see it just past RMAX range. And we can also see now that the ASC is starting to expand because it's getting a bit closer, and we have a pretty high aspect engagement here. Also in the HUD, we see that we have 6 medium-range missiles ready to go.
Splash the target.
Oh no.
Good job. Before you begin the next
And
engagement,
Fox 3.
set the radar search range to 40 nautical miles. Check AIM-120's remaining using the SMS display on the right MFD. Set steer point to number 2 using the upfront controls DED up switch. Note, it may help situational awareness to check the horizontal situation display. Switch between right MFD pages using HOTAS, stick, DMS, right short presses. When ready to continue, press in this engagement. We will attempt to shoot down 2 MiG-29s in a single pass by using the AMRAAM's ability to go active at low altitude. Targets are at approximately 16,000 feet, heading northwest,
Looks like
30 knots.
Oh,
in a
great.
line
Just what I needed. A dragon, too.
Plan to lock one target, preferably the closest,
Yeah.
single target track, and launch an AIM-120 while still BVR. We keep this target locked until the indicator shows the missile has gone active. A count changes to T count. Once the first missile has gone active, we will
Not
unlock
much.
the first target,
I'm done.
lock the
I'll be done
second
with this lesson
target,
in just a second.
and shoot an AIM-120 at it.
What do you fly again?
Done correctly,
I fly about anything. Only aircraft I do not have is the Viggen
when the second
and
missile goes active,
some like the lesser known aircrafts.
and be
Yeah, like
prepared to engage either target should the first shot.
But I basically have everything else.
You had the 16.
When ready to
16, 18, 14, 27, 29, 33, JF-17. And handful
Last time we
of
played, you
copy.
were flying the Jeff. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah, it was probably me.
I'm gonna use AMRAAMs right now.
On what, F16?
Yep.
Oh yeah, sure, I can teach you, man.
Huh?
I can teach you. I know a little bit on how to use F16 radar.
Alright, good. Yeah, once I get out of this lesson, I'll hop in with you.
Yeah.
It'll be very
Which server? Yeah, which server are you
I'm
in?
in the training lessons right now.
Wait, which server?
I'm in the training lessons, like for the when you buy the aircraft, you get like a bunch of lessons.
Oh, you're doing those.
Yeah. Just learn the basics of the 16. Okay, let me lock this target up. Okay. Where do you see the range when you have the target locked up with the AMRAAM?
It's gonna be on your hood
Is it the
and on your. Give me 1 second. I just need wait. Can you turn your screen so I can see, if possible? Yeah, because I need to just visually see it.
let me stream DCS World. Let me end this.
Stream.